everybody, this is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics, and take me out to the ball game. Lori is behind the camera.
That's me.
And we are at Forest Hill Cemetery in Kansas City, Missouri, located at Gregory Boulevard and Troost Avenue. I think there's only one entrance into the cemetery. And you can find Satchel Paige's grave here at Forest Hill Cemetery. Turn in the main entrance and go past the sign, three intersections, and then take a right and go 3 more intersections just across the bridge. That's where the Satchel Paige grave is. My dad was 40 years older than me. I'm sure he saw Satchel Paige play at Blues Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, where the Kansas City Blues, a AAA team of the New York Yankees, played. Love his sayings: avoid fried meats, anger at the blood, if your stomach disputes you, lie down and pacify it with cool thoughts. Keep the juices flowing by jangling around gently as you move. Go very light on the vices, such as carrying on in society. This social ramble ain't restful. And avoid running at all times. Don't look back, something might be gaining on you. He had really many more sayings than that. The way he spoke was kind of a different way. For example, you and I might say, well, that was a weird idea, it's off the wall, or out of left field. He would say, came out of the wallpaper. He just had expressions for everything. I believe Satchel Paige, along with maybe Walter Johnson and a couple of other pitchers, is probably the greatest pitcher ever. He was old by the time he went to the major leagues with the Cleveland Indians, and a little bit bitter by how little he was used. But when he was used, he was extremely effective. Had a low 2 earned run average. And I think his record was about 8-1, something like that. He thought he could be a starter and went to the St. Louis Browns and proved that he could still be a starter, having a good season with the Browns. Like about 52, 51, somewhere about there, as a full load starting pitcher, which is what he thought he could have done for the 48 Cleveland Indians. Satchel, in 1965, was called upon to pitch against the Boston Red Sox. They set a rocker outside the dugout, and he didn't start the game. I think he came in at about the 3rd inning, and he pitched 3 or 4 innings against the Red Sox, which was a good offensive team, not only 1 hit. That was Carl Yastrzemski, another Hall of Famer, got a single off of him. So probably he was 65. He was probably, at least.
He was 59 years old.
Probably 59 years old, somewhere thereabouts. Yeah, they always disputed his birthday because he would never say it, but it's July 7th, 1906 on the gravestone.
Talk about the Satchel Paige Museum.
House?
Satchel Paige Stadium.
Yes. Yeah, Satchel Paige has a stadium in Kansas City, not real far from here. I think it's near Swope Parkway. Maybe about the 53rd block or something like that. And my son pitched in the summer there one time, and Lori and I watched him pitch. I think it was between his junior and senior year in high school. He was over 90 miles an hour. He had radar gun on him, and pretty much threw fastballs and a forkball and had a changeup. Did not have a curveball.
And who was watching him in the stadium?
Buck O'Neill was watching him, and Buck O'Neill saw him pitch, I think, more than once. And whenever Daniel would pitch, it wasn't a question of whether he would win or not. It was a question of how many fair balls they would hit. His sister played left field. Or if a left-handed batter come up, she'd switch to right. But anyway, Buck O'Neill saw Daniel pitch. Daniel blew his arm out, and that was that for pitching. So, Satchel Paige, if you read his books, you can find wonderful stories. Talked about the time he played in Venezuela. They put him in the outfield one time. He wasn't pitching, hit a fly ball out there, and he went to go chase it down. He saw a pipe laying in the outfield, reached down for the ball, and the pipe moved. He ran to the clubhouse. That was a boa constrictor, and that, he said, was the last time he played in the outfield. He had names for his pitches. He had the B-ball, the hesitation pitch, the midnight rider. So he had a variety of pitches, and I think he had a lot of speed when he was in his prime. Before he came to the Kansas City Monarchs, he did injure his arm pitching in Mexico City. He was trying to throw breaking balls, and love his explanation about curveballs and the air. The air is angry, and the angry air moves the ball. But there's not much air in Mexico City, and there was not enough air to get angry, and he kept trying and hurt his arm. So when he signed with the Monarchs, he really wasn't in great condition to pitch at first. But they asked him just to coach first base and do some demonstrations before the game. You know, often in the Negro Leagues they play shadow ball, where they would take infield with an invisible ball. They would do, Satchel knew how to do tricks with the baseball, where he'd roll it up and down his arm and things like that, juggle it. So he did that for a little while, and then when his arm came back, he's back to pitching, and then helped the 1942 Monarchs to the championship, along with Buck O'Neil, whose grave is near here somewhere. We're going to try to find it. I'm not sure. I don't know where it is right now, but we're going to look. They said it's close to here, which makes sense. They were great friends.
It's not brown at all.
We found it. Buck O'Neil's headstone. Found it by spotting the brown office behind it. If I'm in the Hall of Fame for you, that's all right with me. Just keep loving old Buck. Don't weep for Buck. No man be happy, be thankful. And that is the story of his life. He was always very happy, very positive. Even the day he did not get elected to the Hall of Fame, all of his friends, scores of his friends were gathered together for the announcement. And he wasn't elected. But never bitter about that. Buck O'Neil was the first African-American coach in the major leagues. He coached with the Chicago Cubs. That was after he managed the Monarchs and played for the Kansas City Monarchs. This monument was a gift of the Negro Leagues Museums, which just reopened, by the way, last Tuesday. Memphis Red Sox and Kansas City Monarchs. Led the league, Negro Leagues in hitting in 1946, 353 batting average. That would beat out Monty Irvin and Larry Doby in 46. Posted career best, 358 and 47. Member of the Veterans Committee. Co-founded the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum and was the chairman. The main thing about Buck O'Neil was the kind of man that he was. Lori, didn't he speak at the Nazarene Theological Seminary?
He was a very good
years
man.
ago when
yes,
you were
he
there?
did. He spoke at a chapel, and he just had a genuine heart, and he did the best to do a great job at whatever he did. He was an amazing man.
People criticize him, saying that Ken Burns made him famous, but he was an icon here, Ken Burns or no Ken Burns.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Time to go home and play the 1942 Monarchs. Okay, on the way home, we swing by the home of Satchel Paige, which is 2626 28th Street in Kansas City, Missouri. He lived here when he played his ball in Kansas City and afterwards, and was retired. He had a fire in 2018, which messed up the top floors of the house. But there was a historic preservation group that donated $150,000 to see if it could be the house could be structurally secure enough to refurbish. And I see they're putting a new roof on the top, so it looks like plans are moving forward, and would one day love to see a Satchel Paige museum here. Hello again, everybody. This is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, and today we have a great pitching matchup. This is the first game of the series between the 1942 Kansas City Monarchs and the 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks. We're going to see Satchel Paige versus Randy Johnson. And this might be one of the premier pitching matchups of the tournament. We've had the introductions. We're ready to begin. Steve Finley steps into the box. Satchel Paige is ready to go. We're going to be rolling a red and blue dice in the colors of the Monarchs. Reading the red die first. This game is at Muehlebach Field in Kansas City, Missouri. It was before the upper deck was built, so it's a single-deck stadium. Here's the pitch to Steve Finley here at 22nd and Brooklyn, Kansas City, Missouri. 1-3 is a 14. ZZ rating for Satchel Paige is 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch from Satchel to Steve Finley, 64, is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Steve Finley is the first out. Craig Counsell just played in the last series, and he was 3 for 10 with a 300 average. Here is Craig Counsell. 63 is a fly ball to center field. That is caught by Ted Strong. 2 down. And now Luis Gonzalez. 57 home runs in 2001. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. 1-5 is a 8 against an A pitcher. That's going to be a fly ball to very short left field. Third baseman actually is going to get it. Newt Allen makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down for the Diamondbacks. We go to the bottom of the first. Monarchs coming to bat. Newt Allen will lead off for the Kansas City Monarchs. He was one of the best second basemen in the Negro Leagues in the 20s and 30s. By 1942, he's a veteran. He went to high school at Lincoln High School, much like Frank White of the Kansas City Royals. So Lincoln High School gave Kansas City 2 great second basemen. He is, by this time in his career, playing third base. Here's the pitch from Randy Johnson to Newt Allen. 45, and dice jump on my tray. I still count them unless they roll off the table. 45 is going to be a base on balls. We have the first base runner of the game. We're using basic Apba all the way. We don't have the steel ratings for the Monarchs. Bonnie Serrell will come to bat. Serrell's playing second base. Allen's at first. Serrell is a 360 hitter in 1942, yeah. doesn't have an extra 31. He's facing a strikeout pitcher. I think we will swing away. Here's the pitch to Cyril. 35 is a 8 against an A. That's going to be hit on the ground to first base. Fielded by Mark Grace. He flips to Randy Johnson covering 3-1. But Allen, the base runner, is able to go to second. He's in scoring position for Ted Strong, center fielder for the Monarchs. Leading hitter for Kansas City in 42 at 364. Had some power. He is a very fine athlete. Here is the pitch to Ted Strong. 36 is a 33. That's going to be a pop up to third base. Caught by Matt Williams. 2 away. And now Willard Brown. .44 is a 7 against an A. That's going to be a ground out to third base. 5-3. 7s are usually hits, but that A turns it out into an out and basic Apba. So here we go, the top of the second, no score. Reggie Sanders leads off the top of 2 for the Diamondbacks. He, finished his career with the Kansas City Royals, and I enjoyed watching him play. He was kind of a leader on the team, athletic, had some power and speed, very, very athletic. Here's the pitch to Reggie Sanders by Satchel Paige. 21 is a ground ball to third base. Newt Allen has it, throws the first, 1 away. Catcher Damian Miller. 1-3 is a 2 balls and no strikes. Once again, Satchel Paige has a ZZ modifier. 6-6 roll. There's a drive by Damian Miller. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. A home run for Damian Miller puts the Diamondbacks on the board 1-0. That brings us to Mark Grace, the longtime Chicago Cub, very good defensive and offensive first baseman. There's the pitch to Mark Grace, 298, 15 home runs in 2001. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Willard Brown's playing left today. He makes the catch. That's 2 outs. Matty Williams. 53 is a 19. The Monarchs are fielding column 1. With 2 outs, that's a ground out to Newt Allen at third base, 5-3. But the Diamondbacks get on the board. They lead 1-0. Catcher Joe Green leads off for the Monarchs. Here's the pitch to Joe Green. 64 is a 36. Ball 1. One, 2, 25. That result has an X, and so does Johnson. That's a strikeout for Joe Green to lead off the bottom of the second inning. First strikeout for Randy Johnson. He had 372 strikeouts in 2001. Here is John Jordan Buck O'Neill. 44 is an 8 against an A. That's going to be a pop out to third base. 1 away. Left fielder Bill Sims. That's 2 outs. Excuse me. And 36 is the roll. That is a 33 Y, and he is an XY strikeout pitcher. Another strikeout for Randy Johnson. So he U-turns 2 Monarchs in the second. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 Arizona. In the top of the third, it will be Jay Bell, Randy Johnson, and Steve Henley. Here's the pitch to Jay Bell. He also played with the Royals, had a great year. Hit column roll for Jay Bell at 6-6. Could be an extra bases. 62 is a double, leadoff double for Jay Bell. Randy Johnson will be up there to sacrifice. And here is the pitch. 31 is a 13, strike one. 61 is a 24. That's going to be fielded by Page. He throws the second. Shortstop covering. Oh, reading the wrong page. 24. That's 2 strikes on the batter. So 2 strikes on the batter. He's still bugging. 51 is a 13, and that's going to do it. Foul strike. That's going to be strike 3. Second strikeout for Satch Page, and now top of the order, Steve Finley, 1 out, runner on second. .45 is a 14. That's going to be a walk to Steve Finley. First and second, that sets up the double play. But Craig Counsell's the hitter. He'll try to get the ball in the air. He's got good back control. 6-5 is a ball that's in the air, but it's a foul out behind home plate and caught by the catcher, Joe Green. 2 away. It's going to be up to Luis Gonzalez to get the runs home. He's quite capable. .325 hitter in 2001. Here's the pitch from Satchel Paige. 31 is a 9 against an A. That's going to be a ground out to Page. The throw over to first base. Buck O'Neill's got it. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the third. Diamondbacks 1 and the Monarchs nothing. Shortstop Jesse Williams will lead off for Kansas City. Here's the pitch from Randy Johnson. It's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3. Third strikeout for Randy Johnson. Here is Satchel Paige. Satchel Paige was sometimes known to exaggerate. He once said he hit 3 when he batted. That he could hit 300. Looking at his card, it doesn't look like a 300 card, and don't think he has 300 chances against Randy Johnson. But here's the pitch to Satch Paige. 23 is a 29, it's going to be a roller back to Randy Johnson, or rather it's got an X. So he's a strikeout victim. Yeah, Randy Johnson has struck out 4 of the last 5 hitters he's faced. Top of the order, and Newt Allen. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field, caught by Luis Gonzalez. So we go 3 up and 3 down. Let's take it to the 4th. Diamondbacks 1, Kansas City nothing. Here is Reggie Sanders to lead off the top of the 4th inning for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're up by 1. The pitch from Satchel Paige, 35, is a 40 foul ball for strike 1. 54 is a fly ball to right field, and that will be caught by Willard Brown. 1 down. I think I introduced 2 left fielders, so let's put we got Willard Brown in right, Strong in center, Sims in left. Here's Damian Miller, who has the only run in the game with a home run in the 2nd inning. Pitch to Miller. 54 is a fly ball to right field. 2 outs. And now Mark Grace. Broadcaster went on to broadcast for the Diamondbacks. Very articulate. He was always a good interview with the Cubs. Here's the pitch to Grace, 54. Also, that's another fly ball to right field. So 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Arizona leads by 1. Barney Cerro will lead off for the Monarchs. Lived in Mexico after he retired from baseball. Here's the pitch to Barney Cerro. 42 is a 9 against an A. That's going to be a ground out to shortstop. 6-3. 1 down. Ted Strong. 41 is a ground out to shortstop. Both balls taken by Craig Counsell. Here is Willard Home Run Brown. 1-1 roll, that's a 2, and that will be a triple to left center for Willard Brown. There are 2 outs, though. And for only the second time in the game, Randy Johnson will be working from the stretch. Here is Joe Green, the catcher. 51 is a 9 against an 8. That's going to be with 2 outs, a strikeout. We go to the 5th. 1-0 Diamondbacks. The Monarchs at least got their first hit. All right, Satchel Paige has completed his warm-up tosses. He'll be pitching to Matt Williams, Jay Bell, and Randy Johnson. Here's the pitch to Matty Williams. It's a 24. Swing and miss for strike 3. Jay Bell. 53 is an 18. Fielding column 1. That's going to be an error on Jesse Williams. First error of the game. Bell is average speed at first. Randy Johnson will try to move him along with a sacrifice. '61 is a 24. That's going to be a pitcher to shortstop. So Bell's retired at second. Johnson's at first with a fielder's choice. Arizona will play it safe on the base pass. And manager Frank Duncan asked across the way, do you want to send in a pitch runner for the pitcher? There's Steve Finley. 1-5 is a 10. That's a single right center. The runner will go to third. And Finley will steal second base on the first pitch. I give catchers a chance to throw the runner out. Green is a 8 catcher. His chance to throw him out will be 11 through 23. So we've got Finley trying to go for second. 54, he is safe. Stolen base for Steve Finley. Second and third, there's 2 outs. Dangerous Craig Counsell comes to bat. Counsell's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch to Craig Counsell. 45 is a 14. That's going to be a base on balls, filling the bases. That's 2 walks given up by Page. And now Luis Gonzalez. No place to hide here. 57 home runs, 325 average. Here's the pitch from Satchel Paige. He's got straight up ones on 11 and 66. 41 is the roll. That's going to be a infield playing deep. Ground out to the shortstop, 6-3. That concludes the inning. Diamondbacks load them up, but don't score. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-0 Arizona. All right, Buck O'Neill grew up in Florida, began working in the celery fields when he was age 12 with his father. After doing that a while, he told his dad, I think I want to try baseball, and his dad was fully supportive. And quite the successful baseball career he had. Here's the pitch from Randy Johnson. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Gonzalez is under it and makes the catch. 1 away. Willie Sims. 51 is a 40. Foul ball for strike 1. 64 is a fly ball to left as well. 2 outs. Here's Jesse Williams. Struck out his first time out. 36 is a base on balls. Fast runner at first. Here's the pitcher, Satchel Paige. 36 is a 33 that's pop out to third or short. Let's see, third for the third out. We go to the sixth, 1-0 Diamondbacks. This game is unfolding as I expected so far, a pitcher's duel. Satchel Paige will face Reggie Sanders in the top of the sixth inning. Monarchs are down by 1. 56 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Damian Miller. 13 is a 2 balls and no strikes. And 43 is a roller back to Satchel. Throws the first, 2 down. Mark Grace. 21 is a ground ball to third base, 5-3. Newt Allen makes that play. We go to the last of the sixth inning. Diamondbacks 1 and Monarchs 0. All right, Newt Allen played most of his career in Kansas City in the Negro Leagues. I think they have a jersey of his at the Negro Leagues Museum on display. Here's a pitch to Newt Allen. 56 is a 32, fly out to right field. Bonnie Serrell comes to bat. .44, 7, that's going to be a single to right field. That's only the second hit for Kansas City off Randy Johnson. Ted Strong. All right, here's the pitch to Ted Strong. 23 is a 32, a fly ball to right field. Runner holds. And now Willard Brown, who tripled his last time up. .31 is a ground ball to first base. Mark Grace has it, flips to Randy Johnson, and that's the inning. Go to the seventh inning. Arizona still leads by 1. Matt Williams leads off for the Diamondbacks at the top of the seventh. By this time in his career, he had 10 grand slams. To his credit, he won't get a grand slam here. The bases are empty. He's leading off. 46 is a fly ball to the left. 1 away. Jay Bell. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Willie Sims is under it, makes the catch. And now Randy Johnson. 24 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Satchel Paige has retired 7 Diamondbacks in a row. We go to the bottom of the seventh, 1-0 Arizona. All right, Joe Green leads off for Kansas City. 41 is a ground out to Craig Counsell at short, 1 away. Here is Buck O'Neill. Buck O'Neill, not a power hitting first baseman, he for high average, and played great defense first base, but he did hit 2 home runs in the 42 World Series to help power the Monarchs to a win over the Negro National League. They were champions of the Negro American League. Here's the pitch to Buck O'Neill. 1-2 is a ball hit on the ground, or it's got an X modifier, so a strikeout. 2 down. 6 strikeouts for Randy Johnson, and here is Billy Sims. 65 is a pop out to the catcher, Damian Miller. 3 up and 3 down from the Monarchs. We go to the 8th, 1-0 Arizona. All right, Steve Finley was one of the team leaders for the Diamondbacks in the year 2000. He had 35 homers, stole 12 bases, and won a Gold Glove. Here's the pitch from Satchel Paige to Steve Finley, 51. 9, he gets an A, is going to be a ground ball to Jesse Williams at shortstop. The throw to first. Finley is just retired. 1 out. Craig Counsell. 44 is a pop out to Newt Allen at third base. 2 down. Luis Gonzalez. 41 is a ground ball to Williams at short. Throws the first, 3 up and 3 down. We go to the last of the 7. The Diamondbacks 1 and the Monarchs 0. Jesse Williams leads off for Kansas City. 32 is a ground ball to second base, taken there by Jay Bell. The throw to first, 1 down. Satchel Paige, who lived over on 28th Street, less than a mile from the stadium, certainly. Here's the pitch to Paige. 21 is a fly ball to left field, 2 down. Here is Newt Allen. 55 is a pop out to third. So 3 up and 3 down, and Randy Johnson has retired 8 Monarchs in a row. We go to the ninth. Yeah, I forgot to change the thing. It is Diamondbacks 1 and the Monarchs nothing. Satchel Paige returns to the mound to pitch the 9th inning. He was born in Mobile, Alabama, named for me a city that had more major leaguers, Hall of Famers, born in their city than Mobile, Alabama. There are only 2. That's New York and Los Angeles. Chicago, San Francisco did not have as many Hall of Famers. And think of the team you could put together in Mobile, Alabama. Ted Double Duty Radcliffe was born a year before Satchel. He could be your catcher. Willie Mays. Was Willie Mays born in Mobile? I know he's from Alabama. I know Willie McCovey was born in Mobile. Hank Aaron, Ozzie Smith at shortstop. Yeah, I'm not sure Mays was born. Yeah, I know he was born in Alabama. I don't think it was Mobile. But anyway, that city produced some Hall of Fame caliber talent. Here is Reggie Sanders. 62 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Satchel is finishing strong, having retired 10, 11 in a row. Damian Miller, who got to him for the home run in the 2nd inning. 45 is 2 balls and no strikes. Satchel's working carefully. 25 is a pop up to third base. 2 away. Satchel's past his point of weakness, but no bad things have happened to him. Here is Mark Grace. 62 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. That's the end of the top of the 9th. The Monarchs have one more shot at Randy Johnson. 1-0 Arizona. Kansas City's going to give it their best shot here in the bottom of the 9th inning. They've got Bonnie Serrell, 360 hitter, coming up first. Ted Strong, 364 hitter, and Willard Brown, 338 hitter. Willard Brown was one of the strong home run hitters in the 40s in the Negro Leagues. Here's the pitch to Bonnie Serrell from Randy Johnson. 56 is going to be a 22. Fielding column 2. That's a ground out to Mark Grace at first, who flips to Randy Johnson. 1 down. Difficult play, but Mark Grace is a superb first baseman. Ted Strong. Well, we had a 6, but the other was 2, and that is a 40 foul ball. Strike 1 to Ted Strong. 44 is a 7. That's going to be a single right field. Ted Strong is on. Willard Brown. Average speed at first base. Shreveport, Louisiana. Pitch to Brown. 1-1 roll. That's a 2. And that could be a triple along the right field line. The second triple of the game for Willard Brown ties the game for Kansas City. 1-1 in the 9th. The Monarchs have the potential winning run at third base. James Joe Green is the hitter. Arizona's going to play the infield in. Here's the pitch from Randy Johnson. 26 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. It's 2 outs. And it's going to take a base hit to win the game for the Monarchs. Here, John Jordan Buck O'Neill comes to bat. Damian Miller, the catcher, calls time and goes out to talk to Randy Johnson to talk over strategy. While they do, I want to mention that I forgot to mention in the intro what a great scout Buck O'Neill was. He brought to baseball men like Ernie Banks for the Cubs and Lou Brock. All right, we're ready to return to play. Here's the pitch to Buck O'Neill. There's 2 outs. The potential winning run is at third base. Here's the pitch. 1-3 is a 22. With 2 outs, that's going to be a ground out to shortstop, 6-3. So it ends the 9th inning, but Kansas City ties it up. We're going to go to extras. 1-1 is the score. All right, in my basic home rules, if the batter's face is not listed on the card, I will bring a pitcher's point of fatigue into play in the 7th inning for a starting pitcher. In that case, if 3 bad things happen to him, his grade goes down 1 grade level. Nothing has happened to Satchel Paige. He has retired 13 Diamondbacks in a row. So he's on to pitch the 10th, still looking pretty fresh. Here is Matt Williams, the leadoff for Arizona in the 10th. 55 is an 8 against an A. That's going to be a pop out to Newt Allen at third base. 1 out in the 10th. Jay Bell. 36 is a Y. That's going to be a strikeout. And Satchel has struck out 3 hitters in the last 2 innings. There is the pitcher, Randy Johnson. Now, he has 2 marks against this fatigue, but he's going to come out for the 10th. 65 is a pop out to the catcher, Joe Green. 3 up and 3 down for the Diamondbacks. We go to the bottom of the 10th, 1-1 tie. Last of the 10th, we're at the bottom of the Kansas City lineup. Bill Sims, Jesse Williams, and then Satchel Paige. Here's the pitch to Bill Sims. 56 is a 34. Y, that's a strikeout. 1 down. Jesse Williams. 16 is going to be a roller to shortstop. Taken there by Craig Counsell. 2 away. Timeout. We're going to go 1 more inning with Satchel, so he's going to bat. 42 is a fly ball to right field that closes out the 10th inning. We go to the top of the 11th inning, 1-1. All right, as we go to the top of the 11th inning, Satchel Paige has retired 16 batters in a row. I'm not about to take him out. With no marks against his fatigue, Hilton Smith is throwing in the bullpen for Kansas City. Top of the order, Steve Finley leads off for Arizona. Here's the pitch from Satchel Paige. 65 is a pop out to the catcher. 1 down. Craig Counsell. 56 is a 34. That's a Y and a strikeout. 2 away. Luis Gonzalez. 31 is the roll. That's a 9 against an 8. That's going to be a ground out to shortstop, 6-3. Go to the bottom of the 11th inning. Arizona 1 and Kansas City 1. As we go to the bottom of the 11th inning, there will be a new pitcher for Arizona. That is Bobby Witt, grade C with a W modifier. Newt Allen will lead off for the Monarchs. Here's the pitch to Newt Allen. 62 is a 27. That's going to be a ground out to Matt Williams at third base. 5-3 is the scoring, 1 down. Bonnie 42 is a 9 against a C. That's going to be a pop out to Matt Williams. Two away. And now Ted Strong, the third hitter in the lineup. 53 is a 17 base hit to right field for Ted Strong. And he is 2 for 5, the only player with multiple hits in today's game. Average speed at first. And I take that back. Willard Brown has multiple hits. He has 2 triples in the game. And it is Willard Brown coming up to bat here. He is a, let's see, timeout. Arizona's going to go back to the bullpen and bring in Brett Prince to pitch to Jesse Brown. 2 outs in the 11th. Here's the pitch. It's a 35 as a roll. 8 against an A. That's going to be a ground out to Mark Grace at first to flip to the pitcher. 3-1. 3 outs. We take it to the 12th inning, tied 1-1. That will do it for Satchel Paige. Hilton Smith comes out in the 12th inning to pitch for the Monarchs. All he did was retire his last 19 batters consecutively. He gave up 3 hits and 1 run, struck out 8 and walked 2. Hilton Smith will use his starting pitching grade, which is a C. He is a Y modifier. Reggie Sanders will lead off for Arizona. 61 is a fly ball to left field, 1 away. Damian Miller. 55 is a base hit for Miller. That's the first base runner for Arizona since the 5th inning. He's slow. Timeout. Arizona will send a pinch runner in for Miller. Junior Spivey will be the pitch runner. He is rated fast. And down in the bullpen, loosening up to go in to catch the bottom of the 12th inning is Mike DeFelice. Mark Grace will step into the box. He has an extra 31 on his card. He might hit and run. Here's the pitch from Hilton Smith to Mark Grace. There goes Spivey. 46 is a 13. That's a strike. We'll pick for steal. The catcher Grace or catcher Green is an 8. So his chance to throw out the runner is 11 through 23. It is a 14, and he is out at second base. 2-6. Caught stealing. 2 outs. Base is clear. Just a pitch to Grace. 43 is a roller back to Hilton Smith, who throws the first. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 12th inning, still tied at 1-1. Negro League's rosters were reduced. There is only 1 position player left on the bench for the Monarchs. Joe Green leads off for Kansas City in the bottom of the 12th. 1-6 is a 28. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop, 6-3. 1 down. Here is Buck O'Neill. 46 is a ground out to third, and my dice fell off. I saw it kind of sagging there. I just didn't get to it in time. For the top of the 13th, it will be Matt Williams, Jay Bell, and probably a pinch hitter. Here's a pitch to Matt Williams. Hilton Smith is still on the mound. That's a 1-1 roll, hit column roll for Williams. Probably extra bases, 23. That's going to be a double. Leadoff double for the third baseman. No outs, runner at second. Jay Bell comes up. Bell is 1 for 4. He has a double in the game. But I think he's going to try to move the runner to the third. 46 is a 13. That's foul ball strike, one down, one strike. 1-3 is a 14. It's a walk to J. Bell, first and second. Nobody out. Bell's at first, Williams at second. The Rubio Dorazo will be called on the pitch hit for Arizona. And he had an amazing minor league career. Hit .350 in the Mexican League, which was AAA. In '98, he hit .403 at El Paso, AA. And also .407 at Tucson, AAA. And in 1999, smacked .360 in Mexico in winter ball and .419 during a rehab assignment in Tucson in 2000. So he had a storied minor league career. Here's a pitch to Rubio Dorazo, runners on first and second, nobody out. 23 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. So much for all the accolades. Top of the order, Steve Finley. Finley is 1 for 4, has a stolen base. Here's the pitch from Hilton Smith, a curveball pitcher for the Monarchs. 61 is a 30. That's going to be a fly out to left field. Willie Sims is under it, 2 down. And now Craig Counsell. 53 is a 20, fielding column 1. That's going to be an error on the second baseman, Bonnie Cerro. That's going to load the bases for the Diamondbacks. So you've got Counsell at first, J. Bell's at second, and Manny Williams at third. Luis Gonzalez. Can Luis Gonzalez stick a quarter in the merry-go-round? Here is the pitch from Hilton Smith. 52 is a 27. That's going to be, with 2 outs, a pop out to third base. 3 outs. Smith survives. Go to the last of the 13th inning. Arizona won and Kansas City won. On the pitch for Arizona will be Gregson Swindell. He'll be faced the bottom of the Monarchs order, Jesse Williams, Hilton Smith, and then to the top. Here's the pitch to shortstop Jesse Williams. 1-2 is a, that's going to be hit on the ground. Doesn't have the X modifier, so it's a ground ball to second base, 4-3, 1 away. Hilton Smith. 34 is a fly ball to center field. 2 quick outs. And now the Colt, Newt Allen. 31 is a 9. That's going to be a single for Allen. Fast runner at first base, Bonnie Cerro. .53 is a 18. And that's going to be an error on the shortstop, Craig Counsell, E6. Runner goes to second. First and second Monarchs with 2 outs. Timeout. Arizona will call upon Byung Kim to try to get them to the 14th inning. He'll be pitching to Ted Strong. We have Searle at first, Allen at second. I think Searle's fast also, but his run doesn't matter. Here's a pitch to Ted Strong, first and second, 2 outs. 52 is the roll. 27 is going to be a ground out to third base, 5-3. That closes out the Monarchs' threat in the 13th. We go to the top of the 14th inning, 1-1 tie. All right, in the 14th inning, Hilton Smith returns to the mound to pitch for Kansas City, but he's got a new catcher. Frank Duncan Jr. will be the catcher for the Monarchs. Reggie Sanders leads off the 14th. Got to change the dice. And the pitch to Reggie Sanders, 35 is a 40. That's going to be foul ball, strike one. 36 is a Y for a strikeout. One down. Mike DeFelice, the catcher. 1-5 is a 9 against a grade C. Pop out to third. And now Mark Grace. 22 is a single for Mark Grace. Slow runner at first. They'll play it safe. Matt Williams. 53 is a 19. Ground out to third base, 5-3. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 14th. Diamondbacks 1, Monarchs 1. All right, young Kim will stay in the game. He pitched to one batter in the 13th. He was going to pitch to Willard Brown, Frank Duncan Jr., and then Buck O'Neill. Here's the pitch to Brown. 22 is a 6. That is a leadoff double to right center field by Willard Brown. He is 3 for 6 with 2 triples and a double. Catcher Frank Duncan had a below 200 average as a catcher. Very good catcher in his career, but not a great hitter. He'll be up to bunt. And see if he can move Brown to third. Here's the pitch to Frank Duncan. Junior 43 is a 29, and that is a strikeout. A key strikeout by Young Kim. One away. Here is Buck O'Neill. 51-8. Ground out to third base, 5-3. Runner goes to third. But there's 2 outs. And here is Bill Sims. He could be the hero with a hit here. 1-6 is 28. Ground out the shortstop, 6-3. We go to the top of the 15th inning. Diamondbacks 1 and the Monarchs 1. All right, I bet when Hilton Smith woke up this morning, he didn't think he'd be pitching at least 4 innings today with Satchel Paige selected to pitch. But he's on for his 4th inning of work, which is the bottom of the 15th, but who's counting? Jay Bell leads off for Arizona. 12 is going to be a ground out to second base, 4-3. 1 down. Pinch hitter for Arizona is Tony Womack. 53 is a 20. That's going to be an error on the second baseman. So Womack reaches. Fast runner at first base. Steve Finley. 46 is a 29, and that is a Y. That's going to be a strikeout. 2 down. Craig Counsell. 52 is a 27. That's going to be a ground out to third base. 5-4, he goes the short way. That's it for the top of the 15th. We go to the bottom of the 15th. Arizona 1 and Kansas City 1. It's the last of the Monarchs order for the bottom of the 15th inning. New pitcher for Arizona is Mike Morgan. He's going to be using his relief grade C. He can pitch this inning and pitch the next inning, but it will be his point of fatigue inning. And Jesse Williams leads off for the Monarchs. 42 is a 22. That's going to be a ground out to Mark Grace at first base. Flips to the pitcher, 3-1. One down. Hilton Smith, who's been every bit as effective as was Satchel Paige or Randy Johnson, comes to bat. 45 is a 14. That's going to be a base on balls. He walks the pitcher. So maybe that's a new strategy. Make the pitcher run the bases. Maybe they'll wear out that way. Newton Allen comes to bat. There's already one out. Hilton Smith is a average speed base runner. 36 is the roll. That's going to be a 33. Foul out to the catcher. 2 outs. And now Bonnie Serrell. 8 against a C. That's going to be a single to center. And with 2 outs, Smith will go to third. Monarchs have a threat. First and third, Ted Strong. Infield, of course, will be playing back. Here's the pitch to Ted Strong. 43 is going to be an out. Grounds out to the pitcher. 1-3. Let's go to the 16th inning. Monarchs 1, Diamondbacks 1. If Kansas City today accomplishes nothing else, they will probably even the scales in team depth, as most Negro League teams don't have a lot of depth. They'll have 15 or 16 players on their rosters. But they're dipping into Arizona's pitching staff. Here is Luis Gonzalez leading off the 16th inning. 2-2 roll, and it's a 5. And that is a double over first base by Luis Gonzalez. He's in scoring position and nobody out. Reggie Sanders. Followed by DeFelice and Mark Grace. Runner at second. Here's the pitch to Sanders. 33 home runs in the 2001 season. 24 is a strikeout. And Reggie Sanders has struck out 4 times today out of 7 at-bats. Mike DeFelice. 51 is a 42 hit by pitch ball. So that's a potential double play. Mark Grace is the batter. .25 is an 8 against a C pitcher. That's going to be a single over short. A runner scores, and the other runner goes to second. So Gonzalez scores, and the Diamondbacks take a 2-1 lead in the 16th inning. Matt Williams. 1-1 roll for Matt Williams, and it could be a 22. That's a 5. First and second. That's a triple down around the right field bullpen. 2 runs will score, and Arizona takes a 4-1 lead in the 16th inning. So the roof has caved in on Hilton Smith. He was so effective. Jay Bell comes to bat. Runner on third. Infield is playing in for the Monarchs. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. A fast runner at third will score. Matt Williams is not fast, so not deep enough to score the runner. 2 away. Arizona will send up Dave DeLucci to pitch hit for the pitcher. 64 is a swing and miss for strike 3. That ends the inning, but the Arizona Diamondbacks take the lead, scoring 3 runs in the 16th inning. It is 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the 9th, bottom of the 16th. New pitcher for Arizona is Eric Sable, grade CZ pitcher. He will try to get the save here. He's going to have to face Willard Brown, who's been running the bases all day long. 2 triples and a double. Here's the pitch to Willard Brown. 46 is going to be a ground ball to Matt Williams at third base. He is up with it, throws to first, 1 away. Frank Duncan Jr., the catcher. 63 is a strikeout, 2 outs. And now Buck O'Neill. 45 is going to be a walk. Bill Sims. 54 is a fly ball to right field. Reggie Sanders is under it, makes the catch, and that is your ball game. The final score, the Arizona Diamondbacks win this marathon 4-1 over the Monarchs. We'll be back with a wrap-up. So in this 16-inning game, the Arizona Diamondbacks scored 4 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Kansas City scored 1 run on 8 hits and 3 errors. The winning pitcher is Mike Morgan, and Sable got the save. The losing pitcher was Hilton Smith. Home runs in the game by Damian Miller. That was the only home run in the game. We have co-stars of the game today. It was a top billing pitching matchup, and they lived up to the billing. Satchel Paige pitched 11 innings, gave up 1 earned run and 3 hits, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. Randy Johnson matching pitch for pitch, 10 innings, with 1 earned run, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 2 walks. So this is kind of a devastating loss for Kansas City. We'll see if they'll be able to bounce up. Matchett will be pitching against Kurt Schilling in Arizona for Game 2. Join us then. Thanks for watching. Good day and God bless.